Why, hello, good afternoon, everybody. It's really freaking dark. One day I will get more lights. But yes, how is everybody today? Hopefully having a fantastic afternoon. This is what we're doing today. Still finishing the ATST. I'm surprised this doesn't have a mountain of dust on it. Left it sitting for 2 weeks. But this is what we finished so far. I am pretty sure we are completed with the legs. I just gotta put his head on. Now, I don't really have a normal Lego example for today. I just thought I'd show something kind of cool that I did a few weeks ago. I did a marathon a few weeks ago. Well, 10K. You notice, it springs. Yeah, so this was, when I say reward, this is what you got for participating. I don't know if you guys knew this, but any jewelry that Disney sells has a very tiny Mickey Mouse on the back. In the shape of, that is made of some kind of crystal of some kind. It also has footprints. But yeah, nothing really spectacular about it. I just thought I'd show it off because I felt kind of proud about it. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Not going to be doing another one though, because I heard that they're not doing them, and I didn't get the last one, which is in January. But that was pretty cool. Anyways, back to the set at hand. Also the nameplate, which I'm glad that they put sticker on. They could do in the put the sticker on themselves. I am completely fine with the other stickers. I'm just glad that they did that. Makes it look nicer. And there's a jet over my house. Stickers, it made a wonderful bookmark. Overachiever is I got the bag out ready. And let's get to it. I might not build Legos for a little bit. There's one coming out October 1st, but I ended up waiting on it. Oh, this is the first time they didn't have one that was in a bag with the other ones. A little look at how many bags there are. But they're coming out with a gem and mineral set, but I'll probably end up waiting on it. Not sure when I'll get it, but I'm going to get it eventually. And we start. Guess that's right. Wasn't specific. Okay, that works a little bit better. But in the meantime of not building Legos, we're going to start. I'd say start, but we're going to continue Doom from last year. We got to the second game and then we stopped. This time I think we might just play the full game out, even if it goes into November. it will be interesting to see. Like I said, from last year, I never finished. I mean, I never played that game until playing it on stream, so. The OG, but I've never played the new ones either. Potential future game to play. I've heard it's harder. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a specific way to put this in, but then I realized, oh wait, you just turn it. Makes things a lot easier. It might be easier to use. And like we figured out last time, it is interesting that this one does not have the ability to move its legs. I'm assuming it's just so it doesn't fall over, but I could have sworn that I saw reviews of the AT-AT that its legs didn't. Intriguing tidbit, I guess. Although, I heard that there's a step in there that actually violates the usual thing that a Lego set is supposed to do. Be easy to take apart and not require a knife to do so, which, if you were to take it apart, it would require a knife. I guess. I wasn't aware of the rule until I had heard about it. I would have got that set, and I still might in the future if I ever gain enough money, but be a long ways from now. Especially considering I think most of them are $1,000 now. They are not cheap. I also don't exactly have anywhere to put it either, so I guess maybe all's well that's ends well, and I'll just get smaller sets. I'm assuming this is the front gun, actually. A forward-mounted light, whatever kind of gun, because I'm willing to bet this one doesn't have heavy arms. Or should I say heavy armaments? It's a scout after all. Oh, I needed 5 of those. And then the stability there will be provided by putting this something like that. And that way you can bend down and shoot at things. And laser guns and stuff. I imagine lasers hurt. Although I heard you can use them for hair removal. But no. Oh, I need to do that twice. So like, something's not mathing. Did not want to go in. And getting these ones to cooperate is sometimes annoying. There. And it just should slide on like so. It didn't provide me that much trouble. Make sure they don't roll away on us. A random thought is I wonder if riding in this thing is a smooth ride or is it jerky as hell? Because remember, it's going. I don't think you're getting anywhere fast. Better hope the seatbelts in the cockpit are real good. That or you end up painting the inside of the cockpit. Assuming that's used for less weight purposes. I like that. Just leaves one little extra. I think that's an extra. Well, at least I know where to find it. It's at a pretty high angle. Okay, forward mount. Bag number 10. I don't work out. Have the bigger ramekin right here since we'll be using it a little bit more. And we have a perfect bag that I can use for putting stuff in later. Unfortunately, that other bag is really full, so I'll probably have to use this other bag here. Trying to figure out if it wants this on the inside or the outside, or does it not matter? They're kind of both on that side. I'm going to assume it doesn't matter. Close enough for me. I'm going to assume that is a space used for picking up space more than anything else. That way you just don't have a giant brick that you're carrying around when you're carrying that. At least I think. My table makes noise. Makes a very tiny rattle. I guess I only need one. Again, I really need to work on the setup for this because the light is right where I need to look at that. I think it was a slightly higher angle, it probably wouldn't be a problem. Now, I was thinking about getting a new light at some point, so might help. sure we don't lose anything. All four on and about halfway down. Right? Also, some very interesting things are moving into place. More on that later. Maybe. Okay, drop something. And I'm not sure where it went. Oh, it's way over there. Okay. It did fall on the floor, but I was able to grab it. I was trying to move this. Trying to move it, but only just like there. Oh, maybe this is a hatch. Kind of has a look of one. Open the hatch. Although that doesn't leave much room for the cockpit itself. Maybe. Perhaps. I guess we'll find out. Not that I think there's much in there I can use it for, but... Oh, I guess I need two of them. Oops. That on. Also, I'm not 100% sure how long this stream is going to be. It's basically just go until this is done. So if it's early, it's early. If it's late, it's late. Because I don't really have any other hand cam stuff planned, so. All depending on how a few things go, I might have a hand cam thing in the not too distant future, but that will be announced later. Depending on how much of a glutton for punishment I am. I also heard they have they have 4 architectural sets for next year, so I'm extremely excited about those. They are my favorite line from Lego, and I haven't built one in a while. I have one on my list for getting at some point. Nice cushy spot to sit. Kind of. I don't know if it'd be that cushy. And we're gonna get an instrument panel. And some stickers. And like I said, I'm not too bothered by these stickers because you don't really see them all that much. Who would have thought that the Empire would splurge on upholstery? Yeah, I missed a piece. Especially when they don't even put life support in the TIE fighters. As far as I know, the only life support that it has is the helmet that they wear. I don't know why they made that decision. I also heard an interesting theory that red lasers in the Star Wars universe are actually not as strong as green ones. So whenever the good guys are using red against TIE fighters, it's because they don't have as much armor, and whenever the TIE fighters are using green ones, is because the requires more power to punch through rebel ships. Don't know if that's true or not, but I thought it was interesting nonetheless. We got chairs. Realize that I'm not as close to the camera as I thought. Over here. Yeah, that's nice. We got some instrument panels. Don't need that. I guess I don't need that though. One instrument panel. Probably for shooting at people with. As you do in Star Wars. So I'm assuming one controls the legs and one controls the guns. Come on, camera. Come on. I like you can see the reflection of my camera more than you can see the device. There we go. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. And we bring it back now. no control stick, though. They only control it by buttons. Oh, there we go. And these two things kind of look like the top propane bottles. Hank Hill would be proud. Although I kind of feel like they should have put this on before. Because that is kind of a tricky angle. There you go. And we had 2 extras this time. Fact number 11. Make sure you get it. And then drop it. This is 12. I see another bag inside. Get out of there. Building something that vaguely looks like a turret. There's that over there. I almost skipped ahead. But good news is that wouldn't have been entirely possible, so. Make sure I'm putting it on the right side. Also, make sure I can see it. The reflection doesn't make that easy. We've made a pulley system. I don't think that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what it looks like. it's not used for a police system, I'll be very disappointed. Never mind, it's used for a gun. And technically, you could use it for a police system, but I don't think that's going to be very helpful. I didn't realize how bulky this gun was. Oh, let me rephrase it. Laser device. Laser cannon? Oh, wait, I guess. I imagine the learning curve for how to maneuver this device is probably very long and very tedious. A random musings to myself. Okay, so I'm probably going to remove that light. Does kind of suck, though. Be gone, light. Although it could be good for a strobe effect. Oh no, I'm trying to build Legos in a lightning storm. Speaking of a lightning storm, there's one in the song. Random factoid, though. I once got stuck in a lightning storm in the middle of the desert with no shelter. That was interesting. Good thing nothing happened. We have a turret. Cannon thing. Ready for blasting rebel scum. Or Imperial scum, if you happen to steal one. Oh, upside down. To be honest with you, I was not expecting it upside down. That is a chonky cannon. Kind of looks like some weird elaborate lawn chair. That a little bit. Looks like we're building some kind of a side panel. No, we want the not smooth. Not 100% sure what this is supposed to be. Trying to get my cable to not wrap around my arm while I'm trying to build. Unfortunately, the summer in Nevada is hanging on for dear life as it's still blisteringly warm in my house right now. Unfortunately, I think my air conditioner doesn't notice me unless I am moving around. Ain't that great? It's supposed to be the roof. I don't think we'd be building the roof first. This is Lego. It does like to surprise me. How will it surprise me today? I need a big flat one. Is there one in there? Math isn't mathing right now. I feel like I know what it's asking, but it's not showing it very well. That can't be it. That's definitely there. Up. I don't read instructions very well. Suddenly, things make sense. It's because the 4 was on the bottom. Well, that was entertaining. And scratching my head befuddled for like 3 seconds. Why math not mathing? Oh wait, I know what this is. Never mind. It's not the top. It's the front. The front armor, I guess I'd say. Yep. And last sticker too. I guess the rest of it's pretty straightforward and not gonna have many stickers on it. It is just armor at this point though, so it makes a lot of sense. All right, so that's what we're looking at. have to set it up right like I have to set it up right like this because I can't sit flat no more. Don't think I'm gonna need that, but at least I'm gonna find it. I almost got confused for a second. That is not attached by a whole lot. Doesn't make it to where you can close it very well, though. I wonder if those windows can close all the way. And that's what we're looking at. Then we got some construction down here, which probably should have taken place earlier, but what do I know? Because now we got a whole bunch of things up here that will fall off if we grab them the wrong way. Good fun. Yeah, wires and shit. I'm probably gonna have to readjust the eye ports a few times. But at the moment it looks okay. The amount of leftover pieces is getting steadily larger each bag I open. First one had one, second one had I think two. Well, doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. It has a few things in it, including 2 bags. Might go with this as my extras bag because it's slightly larger. And I do have a few extras. And by slightly, I mean a lot. Okay, sorry, let's check. Now we begin on the side panel. I guess you're not supposed to push that through all the way. Maybe push it through later. Okay. Yep. To secure. Leave him sitting there. Middle. Make sure everything's all aligned. Sometimes you don't want to. Almost didn't see that. Almost grabbed the wrong one. Not a fan of that. Just figured I'd voice my displeasure. I hope they do something about that. Oh, nice of them to put that in the same one. I'm looking at something. I'm not sure what it is yet, though. And well, I know what it's supposed to be. Yeah, looks about right. Something like that. Random muse of a thought just passed my head. I wonder if there's ever been an instance of a AT stepping on an ATST. So, like, that person's not allowed to drive the AT again. Oops. Although it is interesting thinking about how tall / short these things are. Towers above a human, not that tall though. Still not all that good at connection. Oh. I don't like how it's not entirely covered up, but just barely. Make sure that I got that in the right spot. He's still not great. Oh, maybe that'll fix itself later. Leave that over there. Although, now that I'm thinking about Legos, I'm hoping for a Y-Wing next year. I know they've had one recently, but I wasn't into Lego at that moment. So, I'd like another chance. Don't want to slide. I find that interesting. Sometimes these slide in easily, other times can't get them in. And flipping it back around. Do something like that. I think that's right. Hard to say. Close enough for me. Yes, they addressed it. It's not moving around as much anymore. Bumped my head on the camera. Like rubbery. That's weird. Is it supposed to be at that high an angle? You know what? Not gonna question it. Because that's what it's looking like now. I guess it worked out. And I guess that's why it's made of rubber. Oh, to be honest with you, it doesn't stay on there. Oh, but pretty good. Still don't know why that rotates, so. Can you put a hoist on this? Does it have crane capabilities? And now we move along to the other side. And the light armor build control. I think I mentioned it last stream, but I have to imagine that there is that this thing has to be gotten into from like a, for lack of a better word to describe it, dock. Considering how up off the ground it is. Plus it has no ladder. Although random thought just had it right now is the Emperor must be freaking loaded in order to just build all this random shit. Because he had a lot of it in development long before he took over. And maybe explained elsewhere, maybe, perhaps. Oh, found it. It's ironic. I mean, not ironic, but it's interesting that it starts off looking like nothing, and then eventually it's all like, oh, surprise, here you go. That piece you were curious about. Yes, it's exactly what you think it was. It just wasn't there yet. Yeah, make sure I put it on the right side. Which I almost didn't do. Be careful not to knock stuff over, because I just bumped something. Surprising how easily that happens. Now, I wonder how much firepower it takes to actually take this thing out from, like, standard weapons. Obviously, you got tank destroyer kind of weapons and stuff like that, but how much for standard run-of-the-mill guys? Wonder if there's ever been a case of the old cliche of somebody jumping on it, throwing a grenade inside of it, jumping off and it explodes. Might have to look that up later. Because randomly I am curious about it now. Swear getting these in here sometimes. Sometimes, no problem whatsoever. Other times, can't get it in even with a jackhammer. Why does it keep getting wrapped up? And last piece for the side. Oh. I got really confused for a second for whatever reason. There you go. Now I just got the front and back. Makes it a little bit harder to set it on that side. And we had 3 pieces left over that. Now, before we continue, I shall return. Don't go nowhere. We'll get back to it. Continue building our stuff, and bye-bye. And we are back. I also noticed we only have 2 bags left. All right, so yeah, that's what we got so far. We just got to get the front and back and put it on. We don't knock anything off. Got it? Does this one come with minifigures? Let me have a look at the box right quick and I'll let you guys know. Apparently I had less bags today than I thought. Either that or they just had less in them. Yes, it comes with 1. And set this in a spot that I won't get knocked off or something. Maybe I'll set it further back. Set it over here. That way it's kind of in shot. Oops. Given the pieces I'm seeing in this particular bag, I'm surprised they didn't put it in 2 bags. And I believe this bag is only for the back. You got like vents and stuff. I did get to think about it. If the front canopy is open, and it's probably very easy to just chuck a gas grenade or something into it. Empire, you got a bit of a problem with the design of your vehicles. Although I guess they were going for more intimidation than anything else, because I heard that's basically the purpose of the AT-AT is just walk into your enemy. Although, in theory, if you really wanted to screw with them, you just build a giant trench and cover it in things. I have defeated the Empire's most powerful walker by slapstick in the strategy that Team Rocket uses in Pokemon. Who would have thought Team Rocket was onto something? coolant fan or something. Oh well, it's going on the other side. This one's gonna be my special one. So that's looking so far. I'm not entirely sure why I decided to move to that setting. Not any more flatter, unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna do it opposite. We put this one there when it's supposed to go there, so we're putting this one there and it's supposed to go over there. Okay, it is supposed to be partially open. And that's what it's looking like now. Just my gloves a little. And now from the top. Hey, just make 2 of them. Like a casing or something, I think. Or maybe that's where the engine's kept. I didn't think about it until just now. Where is the engine for this thing? Seems like it'd have to be on the back. Not entirely sure what these are supposed to be. I guess it just look cool. We flip it upside down. You know what I noticed? There's nothing to push on. Okay, I'm gonna say that's probably it. It looks right to me, I guess. That's what we're looking at. I can see the eye, well, quote, eyes are going to be a problem. But that's what we got so far. And here we have it. Oh. Putting its head on. I'm surprised we're not finishing it and then putting the head on. Like, I apologize if my hand is in your guys' face, but... yeah, doesn't like that too much, so I probably won't leave it that way for long. And you got the legs. And grab it from a better spot. Legs and its head. Not exactly a fan of how wobbly the head is, but... also doesn't aim down as much as that. I'll go ahead and scoot it onto a little further onto the screen so you guys can get a top-down view. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of click. It can only point forward from the looks of it. The good news is it felt like it was a little back heavy before I put it on, but after I put it on, it seemed like it stabled out a little bit more. And we will move that forward when we need. Because now we have our last bag. Bag 14. Sorry, that looked weird for whatever reason. So what I assume is going to... We are going to finish the top. And then we're going to add the extra bits to the bottom. Well, to the other parts of it, like the side of the head and stuff. Get our bags and everything out of the way. Considering I don't think we're going to need them. Try not to spill all of them on the floor. We go scooting this box over there so it's out of the way. We're gonna build a guy first before we start on the building of the set itself. I'm gonna bet that he probably has a helmet of some kind. And there is our Lego ATST driver. He has a fancy set of glasses. And the camera doesn't want to focus. And bring it down. There we go. Since these ones I can't really confuse for anything else, I'm just going to set them aside over there because they are large and take up a lot of space. Very medieval. Sounds like I'm at a Renaissance festival almost. Also, something I need to get in the habit of is when you're hello, you from YouTube. When I go to post this, I almost forgot to say hello. Well, I guess I did say hello at the beginning, but still. Something I gotta get used to. I got a place to get through. Trying to think of what that thing would be called. Manhole cover? Not technically, I imagine. And we're all about technically here. I'll say this much. As it's sitting here in front of me, it does look visually impressive. Something that I don't think will be able to be conveyed very easily on the live stream, but might look better when I go to take a picture. By the way, it will be posted on that is not the right one. Yes, there are two different sizes. Will be posted, pictures of it posted on Blue Sky later on. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm not 100% sure if that is gonna be a hatch or not. Because it doesn't seem like it's lining up with where the hatch is. Maybe it's a pivot point that allows you to take this off so you can access the stuff inside. Hmm. Math isn't mathing now. They miss a piece? In a world first, I think they didn't give me all the pieces. Huh. That longer one I didn't use for anything else, I don't think. Yeah, so they gave me one long piece that I don't have any use for, but didn't give me one of these in gray. I got this one. Okay, never mind. That actually explains a lot. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. I just put the wrong piece in the wrong spot. Not that surprising coming from me. Okay, now that we're back on track. And more vents of some kind. Apologize, I'm trying to count out stuff and find out where it all is. There. And we flip it over. I wasn't expecting it to be flipped over that way. Okay, so that makes things a little bit more stable. Oh, put them all on. My bad. And there we go. Unfortunately, you can't lock them in, though. So it just has to sit on top. But that's what we're looking at so far. Words are escaping me. Still trying to figure out what this thing is called. Cockpit entry hatch. Or something. Make sure that's going the right way. And now we have handrails, I think is probably the closest thing I could think of. Them at the Empire practice safety first. I doubt that, but I think my one argument with this is I feel like this should be like a similar size to this because it kind of goes into it almost. Let's scoot some things around so I can get to this. Okay, let's see. Trying to do this in a way that you guys can see. So I apologize if things look wonky. Okay. I think that's on. Now rotate and boom. Yeah, so you can lift it up. You got to make sure that you move it in two directions because otherwise it just plops back down. But you do like that and boom, opened up. Rotate it back, closed up. I do not like the eye hatch. I might have to do something about that later, but at the moment, it's fine. Now, Moving on to the other weapons, because he does have more than just that. My cable is trying to tangle around my arm again. And it looks a little something like that. Make sure it sticks out a little bit. There's a lot of things on this side. I think the other side's like a rocket or something. Oops. I remember, okay, so I remember that using this gun a lot. I don't remember it using the side guns all that much. I'm sure it does, though. What I will say, it is armed to the teeth, though. Or at least as armed to the teeth as you can get on a light armor. Okay, let's try it. get this on there. He's camera shy. Okay. And it moves. Like I said, it's got a lot going on. And side profile. And we can go ahead and leave it on the screen a little bit. Okay, now for turret 2. The whole top of it would be considered a turret, wouldn't it? Or I guess maybe more of like a weapons platform, perhaps. I'll say this side over here kind of looks more like a rocket launcher than anything else. Kind of feel like that didn't need to be 2 different steps, but bigger. Yep, this is definitely a rocket of some. Now we put it on. As you can see, it will move. Although one thing it did suggest, if I can get it off, it suggests going the opposite direction. And now, side profile. Yeah, I don't want to do that because look at how much it bends. Set him back there for now. Now we got our guy, which we already built. He just needs a gun. There we have it. Our guy with his little pistol. I guess it wouldn't technically be a pistol as it is a laser gun, but... And now we get to construct. Personal critique. I think they should have had this be smooth on both sides and go up. Personal opinion. That's just me. I want to say this might be the last step. Oh, we also need the emblem. While I'm at it, I'll go ahead and ship. Yeah, so that's that. We will be working with it, so. Yeah, I think we're going to get done about half an hour earlier than usual. Oops. Then lock this in place. And put the little guy there. And we are done. Set it ever so gently over there. So we got our little stand with our guy sitting on it and the plaque that tells you information about it, and the machine itself. Legs don't move, unfortunately, but that's fine. The turret moves very slowly. As it is firmly in place. The eye shields can move around, although not a very good connection, so I do not suggest doing that. Probably have to find an appropriate. But now flip it forward. And move left. That was left. Move right. Then move right. kind of real loose. We can lift the hatch. Let the guy crawl in, or if you're actually doing something inside, maneuver a little something like that, so you can actually get inside of it. But what was that? Oh. Oh. So Lego. In case you're wondering what that was, this piece right here went flying off. Yeah, so be careful when you're opening the top hatch. But other than that, I think that'll about do it. Okay? Scoot back. I'm gonna find someone to raid right quick. Scoot that back over there. Whomst is on right now? Okay, so I don't know if we're going to be successful at this, but I never see this person on at this time. So, might see if we can raid them. Just got to wait for advertisements. Okay, that is a no-go. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, we're good. Okay, so we are going to be raiding Mel's. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will catch you Monday for Monster Hunter World. Have a good one. Take care. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.